Coming up, Furman students unite against sexual assault.
Also, why students don't know where to throw their trash.
How students are fighting exam time stress.
And finally, some seniors will be chugging a fifth in celebration while others will be taking a fifth. Yeah. These stories and more coming up on the Nightly News.
3, 2. The following program is produced by students in the Department of Communication Studies at Furman University.
I'm Hannah Perry.
And I'm Stephanie Turner-Jones. Stay tuned for the Nightly News. The Sexual Harassment and Rape Prevention Committee, SHARP, hosted their third annual Take Back the Night event. Kirsten Minton reports.
On April 24th, Furman students were able to share their experiences, both anonymously through campaigns like the Clothesline Project and openly through speech. SHARP members offered teal ribbons, stickers, and pins to the attendees, which is the national symbol for sexual assault awareness. The event created the opportunity for the community to join together to stand up against sexual assault by reclaiming what was robbed from the survivors, all while being supported by event attendees.
Although this event did have a nice turnout, I really hope that in future years we're able to get more of a community around the campus and make sure that people from all over campus are able to be here and listen to the stories that are told.
The issue of sexual assault is not hypothetical, not just something that happens at other schools, not impersonal. It's the opposite.
1 in 5 women and about 1 in 7 men will be sexually assaulted in college. For many survivors, it is not uncommon to hear excuses made in defense of the perpetrator.
At the time, it was explained as a boys will be boys scenario.
Events like these give survivors the space to recognize there is no excuse, and what happened to them is not okay.
It's really important that we have something like this on the campus, purely because it's important that people know that they have a place to turn to and that they're not alone and they can always feel safe at Furman.
Furman Unite! Take back the night! Furman Unite! Take back the night!
The stories of sexual assault are many, even here at Furman with a mere 2,900 students. It is important for students to unite and address this issue, as well as to provide support for those who have sadly had these experiences.
Furman Unite! Take back the night!
On this very path, students and community members alike gathered to be able to walk around campus and reclaim it as a safe space. Take Back the Night was influential and very eye-opening to many. This is Kirsten Minton with the Nightly News.
Be sure to attend Take Back the Night next year during April's Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Furman's recent decision to remove all trash cans from classrooms hasn't been welcomed by all just yet. Matt Manzoni reports.
Furman's campus has decided to remove trash cans from all classrooms and switch to having them in stationary locations throughout the hallways. Students and faculty have different opinions on the matter.
So it's been somewhat inconvenient, on occasion you have to walk somewhere to dispose of your trash, but overall I would say I'm fully behind the change. I've noticed that the same is true for faculty offices where they no longer put new liners in, and I think that, in view of the fact that we have this enormous amount of plastic trash, and it's accumulating at a rather insane rate, I'm all for the changes. A little bit of inconvenience to preserve the environment, a little bit longer for the next generation, I'm all for that.
Because I don't have to go to every classroom to pull the trash every day. And if the students are in there studying, I don't bother them.
Students have found the change a little more unsettling.
Yeah, I was just cleaning out my backpack and I had a lot of stuff in my hand, and I was in a classroom trying to throw it away and there wasn't a trash can, so I was like fumbling down the hall carrying all this stuff in my hands, and I was trying to find one in the hallway. I had to walk all the way down the hall like carrying all these papers and stuff from my backpack in my hand.
I think it's really a convenience that you have to go outside of the classroom and go and try to find a trash can throughout the hallway, and if it's not, you have to go all the way down the other end of the building just to find one single trash can.
It's no secret that Furman students are resistant to change, and the moving of the trash cans is just the latest example. While it may be an inconvenience to students and faculty, it significantly reduces the workload of the maintenance staff. I'm Matt Manzoni, reporting for the Nightly News.
Coming up, senior art majors show their stuff.
And needles can be intimidating, but Furman students hang in there for a good cause. Here's Carter Brady with our activities segment.
15 members of the graduating class were honored at the annual Senior Art Show. Peyton Brooks reports.
Arguably the most exciting and popular event of the Furman Engage experience is the Senior Art Show in the evening. Family, friends, and supporters of the members of the Furman Art Department gathered at the Row building to engage with and honor the work of the studio art and art history majors.
I look forward to this not just for the wine, but also for the art.
After a year's worth of hard work and a special process, the artwork and studies were displayed with pride throughout the halls of this building.
So the way the art department works, we in the fall we are in cohorts. So we work with a couple other seniors and we give them critique and help them.
Students from all years and majors come out to support their friends, hit up the cheese platters, and admire the hard work and beautiful art of their peers.
But I think the best part is seeing people, because I'm a senior as well, seeing people who have gone through these 4 years with me like present their creations, and it's just incredible how creative they are and how well they're able to present their ideas.
Presentations and exhibits at this event range from sculptures to concert photography and poems to pottery. The pride from the seniors in their own work was apparent throughout the whole night.
It's honestly surreal. I am overwhelmed by how many people have shown up and like the love and support that has been with me through this entire time. Just to see it in fruition and see it here physically has really been breathtaking. I just don't even know what to think.
Overall, the night was a success in more ways than one.
In total, 15 studio art and art history majors were honored here Tuesday, April 9th. Their art and research will be on display at the Row Art Building behind me until the last day of class. For the Nightly News, this is Peyton Brooks.
Furman students are known for giving back to the community. Blood donation is a great way to give back this spring. Mira Brody reports.
The buzz around campus isn't a lawnmower, it isn't a big pickup truck, it's the Blood Connection Blood Drive truck, and it was on Furman's campus on April 15th. Furman University faculty and staff did their part to impact the community this past Wednesday at the Blood Connection's annual blood drive that was parked in Timmons Arena. While some students are afraid of needles, we asked this one about his previous experience giving blood.
And I decided that I was gonna be real alpha about it, and ended up actually coming very close to passing out due to the fact that I hadn't eaten much beforehand, and after the bravado I had displayed, had to weakly try and grab a nurse as she passed and say, "Excuse me," to which she immediately reacted very quickly, throwing my legs up into the air, giving me a Coke so that my blood vessels dilated a little more and I didn't actually pass out in their chair.
The blood drive only got 11 people to come in. We went to the infirmary to ask how important it is to really donate to the cause.
If somebody has a car accident and they're losing blood somewhere, they will give blood right away. If you have a slow bleed somewhere, a lot of people have GI bleeds, that can cause your blood level to go down. Some people are anemic, and just through years, you might need a blood transfusion eventually. So it kind of depends, but that's why it's important for all of us to be able to give if we can.
It was a great and successful blood drive here at Furman University. It's a beautiful day and a beautiful day to give back. Reporting for the Nightly News, I'm Mira Brody.
What's better than unlimited ice cream and live music? Delta Gamma hosted their annual Scoops for Sight last Wednesday. Lizzie Mulderick reports.
So every spring we host our annual philanthropy event, which is called Scoops for Sight. It's an ice cream social with an unlimited ice cream bar and live music. we raise money to benefit the South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and then also our big philanthropy is Service for Sight through Delta Gamma, and that helps a lot of different organizations and just basically anything that focuses on vision and helping those who are visually impaired.
The event was a great success. Students across campus were more than willing to fork over $5 to participate in such a great night.
This event is an ice cream social, so you get unlimited ice cream. There's an ice cream eating contest, and then we also have live music, so it's just a big party where you get to hang out with your friends and all of our sisters.
Delta Gamma, with the help of Furman students and the Mystical Pickle Band, raised a little over $2,200 at the event.
My favorite part of the event is when the students from the South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind come and hang out with us, because we usually go to their campus and spend time with them at their social events or their sporting events, and it's just really nice when they can come to our campus and kind of hang out with us and just have fun and eat ice cream, listen to music. Visual impairment is something that we don't really think about, and we often take our sight for granted, so it's really great to be able to raise money for them and to see the change that we can make in our community.
Besides some minor brain freezes, everyone had a great time at the philanthropy event. This is Lizzie Mulderick reporting for the Nightly News.
Well, it sounds like everyone had a scoop of fun. Sounds tasty. Back to you guys.
Final exam season is quickly approaching Furman. Sophie Harris reports with some tips on stress management.
While campus may look tranquil now that the sun's out, better weather also means exam season for students is on its way. The library is slowly filling full of students as they attempt to cram in semesters worth of information in just a few days.
You end up with this sort of general sense as you walk around campus of anxiety, people hopped up on too much caffeine, too much other things, and they just can't function. And all the data shows that this is in fact super dumb as a way of approaching tasks that you've got to be good at. So what I tell students usually is they need to flip how they look at this, and instead of seeing finals and exams as the double day practices, they need to see the class as the practice and the final as the game day.
Some amount of stress can be healthy during exam season, but it's important to know your body and your optimal levels of stress and the most effective ways to cope.
So when our stress level gets really high, our thoughts tend to get a little distorted. It's like we're writing the negative story to go along with how bad we feel, and so we may start telling ourselves things that ramp up our stress level even more. So it's really important to ask ourselves, is this thought based on the facts? Is this rational? Is it helping me? Is it healthy? So we're trying something new this semester, which is a walk-in clinic. Students can come in at any time, and each of the therapists will have a free schedule at the beginning of each day.
As finals are quickly approaching, remember there are better ways to deal with anxiety and stress. Feel free to walk right into the counseling center from now until finals to get healthy ways to manage your stress. This has been Sophie Harris reporting for the Nightly News.
After final exams, graduation is on the horizon for Furman students. With the busy weekend coming up, excitement is in the air as graduates prepare to host family and friends. Damien Privat reports.
On May 11th, Paladin Stadium will be filled with the class of 2019, as well as friends, family, and other students as they celebrate graduation. At 7:30 in the evening, graduating seniors will be walking across the stage on the field when their name is called, as they go off into the real world and start a new chapter in their lives. Seniors are already starting to feel the excitement leading up to the event.
Alright, so for graduation, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good time. I think it's probably good that it's in the football stadium, because then you can have like all your family there and really like get the whole like school involved, I guess. I feel like if it was in Timmins or anything, like it'd be kind of hard to pick out which family members you're gonna let inside. I think it's kind of annoying that we have to walk like all the way down the mall. I know it's not exactly a short walk, especially like all decked out in nice clothes and your robes and everything.
Graduating seniors will be walking down the mall from McAllister Auditorium to Paladin Stadium, taking a last glimpse of the buildings that have been their places of learning for the past years. The procession will start at 7, 30 minutes before the start of the ceremony.
No. So for graduation, it's 2 weeks away now. Really looking forward to it. I mean, getting the chance to walk down the mall with all the people who, it just feels like yesterday, who we were moving into the Soho dorms together, and now we're going to be graduating, and wow.
As LDOT quickly approaches, seniors are very anxious for graduation. On April 30th, that's next Tuesday, seniors will be jumping in these fountains right behind me, and right now they're going to some of the last classes they'll ever have. Good luck to the seniors as they move forward into the future. This is Damian Prevot reporting for the Nightly News.
Good luck to all of the soon-to-be graduates in the future. That's it for this week's Nightly News.
Tune in next fall to stay up to date on Furman News.